Hi guys, today's video is going to be about what is the one key and one essential thing you need to do to create the new story, to create your desired reality and literally live it. So not just create it in your mind, but how do you actually get that reality to be what you're living right now? What's the quickest, easiest, best way to do it? There's one essential thing that it's pretty much an overview. It's not like one thing like, oh, if you add in this little thing 5 minutes a day, it will help. It's kind of more of a mindset and approach to manifestation, but it's the most important thing in my opinion. And I'm going to get into all of that in a moment. So please do thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell if you enjoy my content, if you'd like to see more manifestation videos from me. I do plan on to keep doing them, but I would love to get feedback from you guys, see that you like the video, so please, do engage if you enjoy. I also offer coaching if you are new here or you're considering coaching. All the information of my prices and packages and everything that I offer is linked below on my Instagram page, LOA Coaching, so you can check everything in the highlights there. I will put one or two things on screen right now as well, so you guys get an overview and idea of what I offer. You can also reach out to me via email, but if you have Instagram, you can just click the link below, everything is there. So now let's get into the video. So the first most important step, and this is kind of like I said, an overview, is to let go of the old story. So it might sound pretty basic that to create something new, you exchange that for the old version, but this is an important thing that a lot of people forget or aren't really able to do, and it's letting go of that old story. You need to let go of the negative circumstances, whatever was happening in the past. It's no longer relevant, it's no longer where your focus should be at all. If you think about it, you cannot experience both at the same time. You can't have the desired reality you want, but still be focusing on the 3D reality presently, or think about all the negative circumstances that happened during that old story. And if you are focusing and worrying about, well, SP didn't text me, I've been rejected from 15 job applications, that is you thinking from the old story, whatever it is that you're manifesting, you should not be focusing on the opposite. It's okay if the thoughts come up, but you need to learn to let go of it. And letting go of one thing means releasing it, not stressing about it, trying your best to just forget about it, and when it does come up in your mind, you flip it into the positive news story. So if you want to experience that new reality, you cannot stay attached to the old one. You cannot be worrying about it and trying to analyze it and focus on it and find yourself constantly mentally reacting to those 3D circumstances. You need to focus on that new version that you're creating in your mind. So it all comes down to training the subconscious mind. So in terms of letting go of the old story, this is not just done, with a click of your fingers and telling yourself, okay, I've let it go, now moving on to my perfect reality. It's not that simple. And I would honestly say most people, even the biggest experts, and even me as a coach, I can't just say, oh, I'm letting go of this problem from my life and that's it, and now the new version's here and it's done. It does take time. I take time every day to affirm for my desires and my goals, different areas, even my self-concept. That's one area I personally like to work on, and that's separate to my other desires, but I do find that it is reflected in my reality. So I just work on everything every day for as little time as I possibly, whatever little time I do have, I spend on, affirming any free time I have, basically. You do need to train the subconscious mind to let go of the old story. Now, if it's just 1 week where things have gone wrong and before that everything was great and going well, and now you need to manifest the problem to go away, that's a lot less resistance because you only have 1 week of negative experiences. Some people have it really ingrained in their mind over years. I think we all have areas where for years and years things have maybe not gone as planned, or there have been certain issues that keep cropping up. And that's why you need to train your subconscious mind. It does take time and repetition and practice. It's usually not something that can just be instantly done. So do keep in mind that to let go of the old story, it's just consistent effort every day if possible. It doesn't have to be every single day. You're not going to lose your manifestation because you skipped a day. But if possible, every single day you should be working towards it in some way. So you're saturating the subconscious mind with the new version as well as the conscious mind, and that's where your mental diet comes in more. But you are saturating your mind with this new belief and this new reality saying, this is what I have, this is what's true in my life. And it's training the subconscious mind to let go of the old stuff and replace it with beliefs about the new story. So that is really, to summarize, what the key is to be able to replace all your memories and assumptions about the certain situation or relationship with the new version. And it's just done through repetition and training the mind. It's nothing to do with belief or, you don't have to believe them or feel a certain way. It's really just down to the act of repetition. As I just mentioned, training the conscious mind, this is more done through conscious practices, obviously, because the ego and logical mind will bring up things and say, but hold on, he didn't text you, or you broke up with this person 6 months ago, why would they message you? It's the logical mind and ego trying to protect you. So that's where the mental diet comes in. And this also ties into the whole element of just letting go of the old story. It's how we retrain the conscious mind. So being aware of your thoughts throughout the day as much as you possibly can. In the middle of a conversation, or at school or university or work, or in the middle of a meeting. Of course, there are moments during our time during our day where we literally can't sit and start flipping and be like, no, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. And that's okay. But if you are watching TV and you get distracted, that's fine as well. But as long as you are aware of it, the majority of your thoughts, and you're catching, let's say, at least 10 to 20 negative thoughts a day, you're probably on a good mental diet. Now, 10 or 20 as a minimum. It can be hundreds of thoughts a day. I've had that myself, where I just sit there going, okay, here we go again. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. So it can be hundreds of times, but if you're catching at least 20 negative thoughts on average, I would say you're on a decent mental diet, because you are clearly throughout the day picking up on those thoughts. And of course you can then build up on that, but as long as you're catching a number of negative thoughts, you're doing all right. And it doesn't have to be every single one, but you want to get into that habit and become aware of your thoughts and say, hold on, I just realized that I passed a happy couple on the street, they were holding hands, and it came to my mind that I don't have that with SP. Well, that's the old story, and that's why you doing 5 minutes of affirmations is not going to make a difference, because you've just reaffirmed the belief. If you analogize it in terms of self-concept as well, if you've spent your whole life thinking you are not intelligent enough to be a lawyer, for example, right? And then so one of your parents come up to you, or a friend, and says, wow, you're actually really smart, I think you'd make a good lawyer. Do you think your beliefs are suddenly going to shift? No, because you've spent your whole life thinking and having this negative assumption that you're just not smart enough. So hearing someone say it once, it's not enough. It's the same with your mental diet. If you are not catching the negative thoughts at all, if you're not aware of your thoughts, and then you go and do only 5 or 10 minutes of affirming, you're not changing the 3D reality, and then you're wondering why it's not here. Because you haven't put enough effort in, and without realizing it, you are still in the old story. Because you're getting easily triggered, you're seeing, for example, happy couples, and you're manifesting an SP. And instead of saying, this is me and my SP, they are doing this for me, wow, this reminds me how much they love me, and guess what, you don't have to believe it, you just have to think it. And if you're not doing that, and you're sitting there getting triggered and feeling upset and anxious about anything relating to your manifestation, that is you still in the old story. A strict mental diet is really going to benefit you, and just try and be as aware as you possibly can throughout your day. As I said, it's not about being perfect, it's not about sitting there for 10 hours a day looping affirmations and doing a mental diet 1,000 times. It doesn't have to be to that level, but as long as you're putting in your best effort to do so, you're doing everything correctly. So it can be really monotonous, but I think it will really help you see the negative patterns in your mind, the negative thought patterns that you're having throughout the day, as subtle and minimal as they may be. And even if they're hours apart, if you're having them every single day and you're not putting in enough effort to affirm, and you're not flipping at least half of those negative thoughts, then it's really going to cause delays, and you're going to keep the old 3D reality and the old story more and more alive. You're reaffirming it by not putting in the conscious effort, if that makes sense. So it will help you catch on to those negative thought patterns. You might find that every time I watch this TV show, I'm having negative thoughts about SP, or every time my friend brings up this topic, I get anxious and start to worry about this. So it will help you understand where the negative thought patterns are rooted, and maybe create new affirmations to target them, or just get even stricter on your mental diet. So then obviously that in turn helps you change them, and over time, day by day, you're strengthening the new story, you're creating it and saturating your mind more and more with that as the new belief. So it's all about holding the new version of your reality, the new version of SP or whatever it may be, in your mind long enough and saturating your mind for long enough that it literally comes into your reality. It comes into your physical individual reality. You see your SP conforming, they tell you or do all the things you want, you get the job offer you wanted, your body is changing with the physical changes you wanted. Literally hold the new version in your mind as often and as best you can until it shows up. So that's the key to creating a new story, focusing on it way more than you focus on the old story. Remember that repetition is the key. That is how you get your desire. That is how you change your reality. So remember that. And that is all my advice for today. I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do thumbs up and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.